Americans can look forward to longer lives, and that is definitely worth celebrating. But longer lifespans expose weakness in 401ks, not to mention pensions. Franklin Templeton is suggesting shifting away from the usual employee offerings for retirement accounts. Instead, it is recommending personalized lifestyle strategies for retirement planning. Well, joining me to weigh in this morning is Robert Crossley, Global Head of Industry Advisory Services at Franklin Templeton. Robert, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. So tell us what you think is broken in today's retirement system, especially when it comes to data as well as personalization for different generations.
I think we have to remember that the current system grew up in a time when the marketplace was very different, employment was very different, and obviously lifestyles and life expectancies were very different. If you think about the structure of employment today, it's much more modular. The economy is much more on demand. The gig economy is forecast to triple, up so more than triple by 2033, and so we have much more flexible lives. But the traditional retirement system is really built on a assumption that we will have stable, long-term, uninterrupted employment. If the average job tenure of a baby boomer is 8 years, for Gen Z it's about 2 years, and so we live in a world where the existing retirement system finds it very, very difficult to adapt to the changing needs of individuals and the changing needs of the economy.
And speaking of which, how is Franklin Templeton using artificial intelligence as well as blockchain to update an outdated retirement infrastructure?
One of the real problems with the retirement infrastructure is that it is so old that it finds it very, very difficult indeed to even gain the benefits or to engage with the benefits of new technology. When you think about the retirement industry as a whole, the biggest problem that it essentially faces is one of personalization. Your needs are individual, whether you're younger or whether you're older. You really need personalization, and the building blocks that we have today are really not sufficient to meet those personalization needs. What we're doing at Franklin Templeton is recognizing that need, using artificial intelligence, using personalization technology in order to customize both the product and customize the delivery of different ways of saving for people, whether they're younger or whether they're older. And I think it's very easy just to focus on younger employees and younger workers. It's exactly the same personalization problem that we have in decumulation for older employees. That's just as personal a problem to solve.
And I do want to ask you why legacy infrastructure is an urgent weak point for the future of retirement. And also, when we're talking about the shift from account-based finance to digital wallets, why is this so key when it comes to retirement?
It's what's happening in retirement is happening across the entire industry. I think when you look at our industry, we've evolved to have an infrastructure which is based on individual accounts that don't talk to each other. We have individual product and service providers. And what that means is we have a very, very fragmented control and very, very fragmented views of the actual needs of an individual. What we're moving towards very, very quickly in the industry is from this siloed account-based world to a wallet-based world. And the reason that is such a fundamental shift, both for retirement industry and for investment management and for individuals as a whole, is that suddenly for the first time, all of your assets are in the same place. They're visible, they're controllable, there's essentially a single locus of control. And when something is in a wallet, it becomes software, and software is programmable. So whether that's an asset, whether that's a benefit, whether that's a liability, you can see how the wallet is or will very quickly, should I say, become the locus of control for all the activities in your life. Spending, saving, investing, everything that you do will run through your wallet. And so essentially, we will all compete to service the wallet and to advise the wallet, because that will be the central point of control for every institution and for every individual.
Okay, Robert, well, we will have to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and thank you so much for sharing all of your insights on retirement.
Thank you very much.